Hey, it's Luca and welcome back to the Transcending Thought Channel and podcast. I'm combining psychology with spirituality in these videos to help you to heal and manifest your dream life. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to manifest your dream life. I'm going to show you exactly how to begin making practical changes in your daily life, the way you are living, to quickly and rapidly manifest the life you want to be experiencing. So manifestation in its essence is the profound art of being the version of yourself you wish to become now. That is the essence of manifestation. Being the version of yourself you wish to become now. So you don't try and become the version of yourself you wish to be, and you don't try and get to the better life you wish to experience. You be in the vibrational frequency of the person you wish to be now, in this moment. You be that version of yourself. You give yourself permission to be the version of yourself you wish to experience, and know that by doing that, your external world will begin to materialize to match who you are being. Your external world is secondary. Your internal world is primary. A lot of people believe that something happens out there and I feel like this. Life is happening to me, is what most people view life as, and that's how they see the world. But I would say it's also the other way around. Who you are being projects itself outwardly and manifests those things to you. So combining this now with the law of attraction, the way that I see a law of attraction is you attract that which resonates with your vibrational frequency. The things that unfold in your life manifest themselves determined by who you are being, what you are operating from in terms of your vibration, your frequency. So when I work with people one-on-one, I always say, do not try to manifest things, forms, because if you are focused primarily on manifesting things, forms, most likely you are in a state of lack. You haven't found your true essence, your true nature as spirit, as being, as one with the totality. So the reason why you are probably trying to manifest more money, the better house, the better relationship, is because you believe those things will make you whole, at peace, happy. You believe that things outside of you will give you the feeling that you're looking for. And that is an error I really encourage you to dispel, because nothing outside of you can ever give you the feeling that you're looking for. Because the feeling that you are looking for is within you right now, and it is simply your felt oneness with the universe, with your totality, with the source, with being. It's to know who you are in your essence, which is found in the present moment. That is what you're looking for. It's a higher degree of consciousness, presence, which is found in the now. Your vibrational frequency, your state of consciousness, ultimately can be determined, measured, by your relationship with your present moment. If your relationship with your present moment is negative, resistant, fighting with it, you don't like it, your vibrational frequency lowers, you become more form, more matter, less spirit, you become less powerful, you become more identified with ego. Resistance pulls you into form, into ego. Surrender, acceptance, practicing becoming more friendly towards your now, becoming more open towards your now, coming into it, giving it some attention, giving it some gratitude, and practicing that surrendered state of allowing your now to be, raises your vibration, and things that you felt like you needed will then begin to come to you. That is the paradox. They find you when you no longer desire them. Desire means need. It doesn't mean you would like them. It means you desire them. You need them in order to feel whole. When you're in that state, very simply, you're in lack, which is a lower vibration than abundance. Making sense? It's all internal. It's all a manipulation of your own energy. Practicing taking responsibility for your own energy. That is how you manifest things. Because I always say to people, you don't know what the universe wants for you when you're up here only. When all you're doing is you're in your own thinking mind, that's all you know. You don't know what the universe wants for you. The universe might want amazing things for you. much greater than you could ever possibly have imagined, and you might be limiting yourself. In your individual form, and that's all that you're looking through, is through your individual form, and you're not connected to something deeper, you don't know what the universe wants, and you're most likely trying to manifest what you want as an individual as opposed to flowing with the greater impulse of the universe. There's no power behind you, you're on your own. So through surrender, your vibration naturally raises, your natural vibrational frequency returns to its normal level. And then the universe guides you. You feel this kind of flow state come into everything that you do. A more effortless ease flows into what you're doing, and it's deeply enjoyable. The littlest, smallest actions become deeply enjoyable, and that energy pours out of you and thus creates a better world for you to experience. Because the energy pouring out of you determines what your life looks like. The energy flowing from you, there's an energy consistently flowing from your being at all times. That energy coming out of you is what returns to you, because that's what's feeding your present moment. Your present moment is like a plant that you need to feed with loving kindness. If you are hating, despising, and resisting your present moment continuously, there is a negative energy pouring out of you, and your now will be tainted with that energy. It will begin to materialize around you a more negative state. When there's a more loving kindness flowing out of you, a more loving kindness flowing into what you're doing, regardless of what it is you're doing, but the energy behind it is of a loving kindness, of a presence, of a genuine higher degree of consciousness which comes from being one with it, accepting, allowing, surrendered in what you're doing. There's a higher power that flows into what you do, and thus a power unfolds behind you and begins to materialize a better life for you to experience. So if you're desperately trying to manifest things, all I would encourage you to look within is, what is your energy in that state? Go within, feel your body, you feel it here. What is the energy that you're feeling? And you can really feel the difference between the light ease of presence, of joy, of surrender, and the heavy resistance of stress, which comes from resisting and trying to do things on your own. Those are two different frequencies: surrender and resistance. Resistance is the lower vibration that drains you of power. Surrender is the higher, more enlightened working with the now, and which allows being, the universe, life, to provide for you, to work with you, and to unfold life with more ease for you. So how do you begin practicing surrender? I would say, firstly, realize that that which you're trying to manifest won't make you happy, because it's your relationship with your present moment that determines quality of life. Your relationship with your now determines quality of life. If you're consistently trying to get to the future, to that better life, you are denying your now. And thus it will deny you right back. Every time you look to the future for your happiness, for your salvation, you have projected your salvation into a moment you can never get to. Because you will never experience future. You will never experience a future moment where you will be satisfied and happy. That will never happen, and it will never be experienced. Because you never experience future, you only ever experience the one timeless now. You are never not in the now. This is why I give the pointer often, which is, you're never going to the future. You'll never arrive at the future because you're not moving through time. You're not leaving one moment to get to another moment. There's no other moments. There is one moment, this one, and it changes, but you never leave it. So you don't leave this moment to get to a better moment. You come into this moment and make it better. This is why I say the future makes its way towards you and time moves through you. I say that as a pointer to help you to see that you're not going anywhere. It can really quickly end this resistant state of trying to get away from the present moment when you realize you can't, because you're not going anywhere. Time moves through you. Things come past you. You are the fixed screen of awareness as forms come in and pass by. You're not going anywhere. You are fixed. You are timeless. in the now. So coming into the now. Stop trying to get away from the now. Give it some attention. Let it be. It will then begin to unfold more nicely. I sometimes give the analogy of a child, a neglected child. When you're neglecting your now, it becomes like a neglected child. It begins to act up because it wants your attention. It wants your consciousness. That your now craves your consciousness, your attention. But you're not giving it your attention because you're consistently looking to the future. This isn't good enough, I want that. And your now becomes like a neglected child, and it begins to act up. It begins to fight with you. It begins to try and get your attention. That's what it's doing. All those challenges that come in, all that hardship, it's trying to call you out, saying, look at me, give me some attention. Because life wants your consciousness. It's the greatest gift you can give to the world is your consciousness. Because that is the creator of reality, it's consciousness. So, to manifest, I'm giving a bit of a different answer here to perhaps what some people say, which is just think about it. Just think positively all the time, and it will materialize. I'm going to say, focus on raising your vibration to its natural state of being through surrender. When you're surrendered, a universal impulse flows into you and guides you. Something deep within you is felt, and you feel this deep rootedness in something beyond your own form. And that rootedness, some people call it the higher self, but it's not separate from you. There's just consciousness, so it's still you, but there's a deeper you that's felt and known beyond the individual form. There's this deep I that's felt within you, and that's what guides you then. You feel this rootedness in something deeper than who you are, or who you thought you were. There's this deep consciousness behind your actions that guides you to where it wants you to be. In other words, you align yourself with the universal impulse, the impulse of the universe. You become a conscious participant in the universe's unfolding. You awaken from the egoic state which says, I know what's best for me. You surrender out of that, you drop that, and you say, I'm going to relax into being and allow the universe to guide me. So again, this is all energy. A nice pointer is, are you stressed? Are you lacking? Are you wanting? Are you craving? If so, you have lost touch with the present moment and your felt oneness with being. You have lost who you are. You have become lost in the thinking realm, in form. You have lost your spiritual essence, which is consciousness, which is the formless awareness behind your thinking, behind the voice in the head. There's a silent listener. If there's stress, I would encourage you to remind yourself that's what's happening, and then remind yourself that those lower vibrations, those energies, actually make things worse and do nothing else. The ego believes stress, fighting, resistance, denial with your present moment will manipulate it to the way you would prefer. That's what the ego believes. If I just beat my now, if I fight with it, if I resist it enough, it will materialize the way I want it to be. And that's an error. It's a delusion. It's not true. It actually just lowers your vibration, makes you suffer, and does nothing else. And in that realization, the surrender happens naturally. From the moment you become conscious to the realization that you're fighting and resisting with life doesn't do anything, surrender happens naturally, because you would never consciously choose to inflict suffering on yourself. You would never consciously choose to suffer. You would never make that decision consciously. So any suffering arises unconsciously. It means you don't know what you're doing to yourself. But the moment you see what you've been doing to yourself, or rather what your unconscious mind has been doing to you, you can see, oh, that's not helpful. It's actually making things worse. It's making me suffer. And in that seeing, the surrender happens. All of this implies, of course, that you have the awareness that we talk about on this channel. I call it light. Formless light, the light of consciousness. Sensing that light within you. What is light? It's consciousness. Knowing yourself as the light. The consciousness looking through your eyes right now. It's not a thought, it's pure light, pure awareness, pure consciousness. And knowing yourself as that is what allows you to correct these egoic delusions within you. So any question that comes up, which may sound like, why should I surrender? Things are horrible. I don't want this. The answer is, of course, I don't want to suffer anymore. Because that's not you saying that, your mind is saying that. Your mind is saying, your ego is saying, why should I surrender? Things are horrible. And the answer is, of course, because resistance isn't doing anything. Resistance most likely has caused these things in the first place. Your world right now is an echo of your past state of consciousness up until this point. Your world is an echo of your vibrational frequency up until this point. So raising your vibration now determines how your life unfolds from this point forwards. So tying this back to the essence of this video, which is manifestation, you be the version of yourself you wish to become now. You don't become, you be that version of yourself now. You take a moment out of your day. You sit yourself down in a quiet room or out in nature. You sit yourself down and you go within and you practice quietening your inner world through present moment awareness and silencing your thinking mind so you become more spacious, more spirit, less matter, less form. You become more spacious, more consciousness. You feel the consciousness that you are. You sense yourself as consciousness. You know yourself to be consciousness. Consciousness is the creator of reality. Consciousness is that which is dreaming this reality, and you are that. Which means you are the creator of your reality. You know yourself to be that, you feel yourself as that, and you willfully bring in the emotional frequency, the state of being that you wish to experience of love, freedom, joy, abundance now. You really feel yourself into it. And then you begin even also applying thoughts to that as well consciously. So you align your thoughts, feelings and state of consciousness with that which you wish to experience. So you perhaps want to be living a life as a famous musician or a artist, or you want a life of more freedom and abundance, whatever it may be. You feel yourself into that energy now, aligning it with the power behind you of consciousness. Images may appear in your mind, that's fine, don't get lost in them, focus on the feeling. Feel yourself into the heart of creation, the heart within you. You feel that and you bring yourself into that state and you feel that which you wish to birth into this world. Now, you experience it in the now, because the now is all that there is, so you feel it, you be it now. If you genuinely want to be a musician, not for egoic fame, but for genuinely that's the life you wish to experience, and you truly believe you have a profound ability to create amazing music and you love it, you feel yourself into the energy of being a musician now. How would that feel? There's people paying to come and see you. You're on stage. There's people around you wanting to listen to your music. People are streaming your music all the time. Your music is flowing into the world of a high energy. How does that feel? Feel it now. Feel yourself into that energy now. Allow it to be felt in the heart now. And you will begin feeling the energy as if it already had happened now. You feel it within you. You make that your practice daily. What I'm describing here, you practice that daily. You're not trying to become it, you be it here and now, every morning. 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day in the morning. Get up a bit earlier and practice this. feeling it fully in the now, in the heightened state of awareness. You really feel it. It's a higher energy. It's not a lack. You're not going to get it. It's here now within you. It's just materializing around you. You do that every day. And you will notice synchronicities begin to happen. Things will unfold for you with more effortlessness, with more ease. Synchronicities happen, which is simply the universe aligning with your impulse, your creative impulse. You and the universe are working in harmony as one, because of course there is no universe and you. Every cell, atom and molecule that makes up your body and your brain is the universe. It's just materialized into this form for a brief moment. So you are not in the universe. You're not an alien fragment living in the universe. You are the universe expressing itself as a human momentarily. And you have the power behind you once you are surrendered. I have given you here the answer of creating your reality. That is it. Put it into practice, which simply means catching yourself when you're resisting, reminding yourself resistance lowers your vibration and actually makes things worse. So I'm going to now allow everything to be. I'm going to surrender into the now. I'm going to make friends with it. I'm going to shake its hand and say, I forgive. I'm going to work with you. I'm going to be your partner. We're going to work together. Your entire energy field will shift. You become more conscious. And ultimately, when you do this, you won't want to manifest too much, because you won't need much. Just the basic necessities: food, water, clothes, shelter, some nice people around you. And these things will find you when you need them. The moment you surrender, life provides for you. That is the profound art of living in this world as an awakened human, and realizing life is not happening to you, because you are life. You are consciousness. You are the consciousness dreaming this world of form. And when you know that, you become lucid in this reality, which means you can consciously have a say over your experience. And all of that comes from surrendering into the now.